Good evening. Well, it was described by an Auckland judge today as the importation of mafioso methods. He was talking about the firebombing of an Italian restaurant, Mamma Mia's, in Mission Bay last month. This afternoon, 2 Italian men, here on short-term tourist visas, were sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. The judge said the court had to demonstrate its distaste of mafia-type methods. And as Mike Valentine reports, the firebombing of Mamma Mia's has sent shockwaves through the Italian community.
It's like a story out of an Italian soap opera. For Mimo, a tragic tale.
This is my baby's goal.
His restaurant firebombed in a bizarre attack by 2 Italian nationals with close connections to a nearby restaurant. It would be an early morning attack police would first fear had links to the mafia.
I've been here for a long time, for 25 years, you know, and this is my baby. Mamma Mia is my really baby, you know, it's everything Mamma Mia for me. Oh.
The face of a firebomber, his name Diego, and his partner Paolo, convicted of arson. They'd only been here a short time on tourist visas, but now doing time for a crime against a man who had befriended them. One of them you helped, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I tried to find a job for him. Another guy has come here, they used to share coffee, I shared 1 pizza too, you want to pay me? I just say, no, what about? I know you got that work, you know, you can afford to pay me. I just say, no, what about? Just forget.
Yet when arrested, police found thousands of dollars on the men after an investigation which was cracked not through Kiwi curiosity, but through the actions of a 16-year-old Asian immigrant who, with his younger sister, witnessed the attack from a nearby park at 3:30 in the morning.
He went beyond what we expect most witnesses to do. He went so far as to, after witnessing the attack, to follow them in his car and providing police with the vital registration number of the vehicle involved in the arson attack.
The police investigation would discover that 2 Italians had been drinking in the adjoining Santa Lucia restaurant at 2:30 in the morning, had then driven to an all-night service station, made 2 Molotov cocktails, and returned and firebombed Mamma Mia's at 3:30. Police would also discover one of the 2 arsonists had been working at Santa Lucia, and on the night, both had been drinking with owner Armando. When you're having a drink with them, did they mention anything about going out and firebombing?
No way.
Mamma Mia?
If I would do that, I would bloody take with ears or neck or things and bring them straight to the outside of the police or things. No way. No bloody way.
It seems one of the bombers, Paulo, had plans to get out of the country quickly, but was caught at Auckland International Airport boarding a plane to Italy and arrested. And while both would plead guilty, police still don't have a motive.
I have not been told of any motive. They've told me they have done it, what has been done. As yet, both myself and the owner of Mamma Mia's do not know why.
And as for the firebombers, well, Diego was unable to tell us much.
Yeah. Understand? Yeah. Doing a story on the fire, Mamma Mia. Want to talk to you. Can we talk to you through an interpreter?
Of course, please.
Okay, you talk if we stop?
Of course, please, stop. Of course.
But Paulo had better English.
It's Italian people, you know. Just because I have asked work and no time and no work for you, no.
No work for you?
Yeah, but...
So you get upset?
Easy, yeah. And so, one night, drunk, you know. So...
Nothing I can say to them. I'm sorry for them anyway. You know, there's nothing I can say.
Whatever the motive, the fire has deepened a year-long dispute between Mimo at Mamma Mia's and Armando at next-door Santa Lucia. The 2, who were once close friends, haven't spoken to each other for over a year.
Has he apologised to you? Has he said sorry that they did it, or any words at all to...
No, nobody said nothing to me. If it was me, I apologize.
Yeah, I mean,
straight away. I just say, man, I cannot do for you. You know, it was me, I apologize.
Now I feel sorry about what's happened to him. I do really feel sorry.
But while Armando says he's sorry, he won't actually apologise until Memo apologises to him for not inviting him to a reopening party for his restaurant a year ago.
Well, he comes here and he says, I'm sorry, I didn't invite you at that party as neighbours or as a friend. It's finished. For me, we're more friends than before.
Back at Santa Lucia's, Armando says the fact he'd befriended the arsonist, that he'd helped them get work, that they'd been drinking at his restaurant in the early hours before the firebombing, has led to rumour-mongering he wants to put straight.
Doesn't look good. What can I do? I mean, you know, anybody can associate with you, you know, for a little while, and they leave you and they're going to do something. What can you do? I am a church person. I'm not a vendetta person. I'm a guy of law. Let's make law, no war, you know how you say.
But since the firebombing, more than a little love has been lost between the restaurants.
Very depressed, you know, like I ran down.
But Polo and Diogo are depressed themselves after a 2.5-year jail sentence meted out today. And as for Mamma Mia's, well, it'll be holding a reopening party before Christmas. Hopefully, some say, it'll be the last scene in this Italian soap opera.
Well, still to come tonight, Luke Weaver, the 12-year-old boy who got to meet his idol, Michael Jackson. But next, the final curtain call for Burgundy's, New Zealand's best-known cabaret. Burgundy's of Parnell. It's become something of a legend in its own lifetime. You know the ads, the girls in feathers. Well, they say Debbie Dorday and her dancers are the longest-running continuous show in this country. But now, after 12 years, they've decided to retire their feathers, sequins and comedy cabaret. New Year's Eve will be their last show. So Hi Tiffin was at Burgundy's last night, shortly after the staff found out their days were numbered.
We came into an empty shell. We had to build everything from scratch. We had managers in here in those days, most of them from hell, and it was terrible. There was a lot of things going wrong. We learned a lot. There was a lot of thieving going on.
For the first few years, Burgundy's was a financial disaster. Then the family stepped in. That's Debbie's son, Joshua, working and managing the bar. Debbie's husband, Mike, running the back of the house.
Put your ticket in the windscreen.
And Debbie's daughter, Jodie, a dancer, used to be in the office as well.
It's the strangest thing to be in a show with your mother. When we're on stage together, I can hardly almost look at her at times, get the giggles.
The Dordays have been laughing for the last few years. Things have been good here. Weekend nights, their cabarets usually booked out.
5 minutes, please. 5 minutes. Jodie.
Tonight's audience, a firm of electricians. They're back for more of Debbie Dorday's dance, high showtime, comedy and costumes galore. She produces it all.
Half our audience now come from out of town, and because the show is suitable for all ages and for all types, they come for wedding anniversaries and the family dues and then the firm's dues.
Hello, darling. That's John. You all know John. Married to Pam for 25 years this week. Isn't that wonderful? Good on you. John told me even after 25 years he still chases Pam around the bedroom every night. Mind you, he's forgotten why.
Is there one moment that stands out in particular as being your best night?
I honestly think if you've got a room full of people and they've had a great time, and I've given it to them, I feel very proud of that.
In 12 years, Debbie Dorday hasn't missed a single show, hasn't had more than a few days off a year.
I'm tired of being admired.
It's very full on. It's 25 costume changes and all go solidly. Sweat pours.
Your daughter's nearly 30.
She's 28. I had her when I was 6.
But no, she's not tired of the business, just wants a change for a while.
I think there'll be some sad people. We've got real regulars after 12 years. We've got an old boy called Sam, who's an Irish American, and he's in his early 90s, and he comes from New York with his nurse once a year to see the show.
What's life going to be like without Burgundy?
It's part of my identity now because I've been there for so long, and I'm going to really miss it.
I've really sort of grown up dance-wise and in myself, you know, in that time with Deb, so it's a really sad moment.
Apart from the people, what will you miss the most about it?
Putting on this sort of gear, I suppose, looking like a bit of a drag queen. I mean, you can't wear this to Food Town, can you?
You could try wearing it to Food Town, but you might get some funny looks, I guess. And Debbie Dorday says she's looking forward to having weekends off, and she says because the show's still really popular, after a year off she may bring Burgundies back as a travelling cabaret. It's been described as controversial and shocking, a play which opens in Christchurch tonight. It's performed by a group of 12 intellectually disabled people. They helped write it, basing the story on their own experiences of abuse and discrimination. Joe Malcolm in Christchurch.
You have to concentrate. I want you to really concentrate and to remember. Hey! Okay, get ready for the run. Please get your masks on. Roll and look. Roll. Roll. Look up and around at the audience. That's it, Gary.
It's taken 3 months of tough rehearsals, but this group have got there.
It's perfect. I basically got 12 performers who have this inbuilt technique of having people not look at them. And I said, right, hey guys, I want you to stand out there and have a whole lot of people look at you. So it's an enormous movement to get them to actually stand on stage. They haven't ever had that experience before. I don't want Libby to have to show you, but when you're not singing in the song, it's just put your hand up there like that, and it's just like, well, it's not go to sleep. It's not go to sleep. It's the feeling of, this is hard doing this, but we have to tell you. This is hard to say this to you, but we have to tell you.
They helped John write the play from their own life experiences, experiences of being abused, yelled at, made to feel stupid.
What a weirdo!
Oh, quiet.
Hey, look at this bezo!
It's a therapy for them in a sense to say, don't do this, stop it. And it's a way of them fighting back, because all they do is they just turn away and ignore. And that's not quite enough because it's not getting through. I'd love to have this play performed throughout high schools because teenagers are the worst at it.
Don't stand by and see me abused.
People don't need to be afraid of me, and we certainly, people like me don't need to be spat on.
The play does have a very positive side. The characters all get to say what they'd like to be if they weren't disabled.
It ranges from quite simple things. Somebody wants to be a park ranger. Someone else wants to be a ballroom dancer. They're learning a lot about expressing themselves, you know, where their limits are and how to go past that, you know. They're doing things that they probably thought they wouldn't have done in the past.
We've done a wonderful job doing the play.
You really loved it, haven't you?
I really love it. You feel fresh.
You feel fresh.
Inside.
John Hudson says what makes this play special is that for the first time the group are describing their own feelings, speaking out for themselves.
I think it'll be shocking in a sense. I hope it causes a furore.
Well, still to come tonight, he's the envy of his friends and Michael Jackson fans around the country. Luke Weaver met the gloved one. And why does little Ben Baker play the violin like a life depends upon it? Five years ago, Luke Weaver was battling cancer and he was given the chance to win a wish. His wish was to meet his idol, Michael Jackson. Luke turned the chance down. He felt there were kids who were sicker than him. Well, this week, Michael Jackson came to town. Children's names were put in a hat. When they pulled a name out, guess who was the lucky one? 12-year-old Luke joins me now in the studio. Have you washed since yesterday when you met him?
Yes, I have.
I guess you could hardly believe it when your name came out of that hat.
Oh, it was just great.
When did you find out?
The night before it.
Did you sleep?
Oh, I went to sleep straight away and hoped for the best.
And what was it like, the meeting?
Oh, just unbelievable. No words can explain it. It's just fabulous.
What did he say to you?
Well, when I handed him over the Buzzy Bee, he said, "Thank you very much," and he shook my hand.
And then kissed the cap, I think.
Kissed my hat, yes.
What are you going to do with that cap?
Hopefully I'll keep it for the rest of my life, and then I'll give it to my children, and then they can give it to their children.
Did he sign it for you?
No, he didn't, but I gave him 3 CDs, and one's for me, one's for my sister, and the other one's for Child Cancer Foundation, I think.
So what did you say to him?
Oh, just welcome to New Zealand, and this toy was given to you from all the children in New Zealand.
Oh, great. Okay, now you did a little moonwalk for him. Were you nervous doing that for Michael Jackson?
No, I wasn't.
Good on you. Your friends must have been on the phone today. I guess they're a bit jealous, are they?
No, they weren't on the phone today.
Weren't they?
They're probably too jealous to it.
So how long have you been into Michael Jackson?
For 9 years, since I was 3.
And he inspired you, Luke, I believe, when you were battling cancer.
Yes, he was very, very inspiring.
How?
Well, he just encouraged me to do what I do now, is dancing.
And what you do now, it's not a Michael Jackson rip-off, or it's your own thing, isn't it? And you've been dancing since you were 3? Just a little guy. Well, we'd love to have a look, so if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Take your spot. Well, tonight Luke has got a few moves of his own to show us, but do have a watch out at the end for the Michael Jackson move. Take it away, Luke. Well done. Well, from one talented young man to another now, a very young man in fact, 6-year-old Ben Baker from Wellington. Ben's a busker. On the streets of the capital, he'll play his violin for anyone who will listen. But really, he's playing for just one person, Maria in Tanzania. Maria is poor, very poor, so all the money Ben raises busking is going to another child he's never met. To thank him, World Vision asked Ben to play with their choir, all 500 of them, Chris Wright and Ben.
A serious young man playing as though his life depends upon it. Of course it doesn't. But in part this girl's life does. 12-year-old Maria Dotto Juma's photograph is carried everywhere by Ben Baker from Wellington, World Vision's youngest child sponsor.
My mum and dad sponsor a child, and so I asked if I could sponsor a child, and so they let me.
At just 6 years old, Ben takes his board with Maria's photograph and busks.
Now, Ben's only 6 and he's been learning the violin for 3 years.
His small violin in tow, he's been playing the streets for over a year now. Each month, $30 goes to Tanzania, to Maria, and he knows exactly why.
So she can get food, and so she can do school and get clothes.
His quest to give another child a future has now brought him to the big time. Guest of another child sponsor, Suzanne Prentice, and the 500-strong World Vision School Choir.
say, well, what can you do? You can't help one, but you can help one. And you're not only helping one child, you may be sponsoring one child, but that money actually goes towards that whole family in one village.
All too soon, practice is over for Ben and the big night looms.
We've got something special for you tonight. He's going to play the violin for you. Now, his name is Ben Baker, and you could say he's our youngest sponsor for World Vision. Ben, come on out here. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Baker.
For one so young, he seems so assured. Any nerves seem forgotten. He's playing for a crowd and a young girl thousands of miles away, for one reason only.
That she has a happy life.
Surrounded by all this young talent. Well, before we go, we've had a few calls from viewers who were sorry that we had to cut short our debate on asthma funding last night. Unfortunately, breaking news had to take priority, and we do hope people weren't too disappointed. Now, on Monday night, Paul will present a 1-hour Holmes special. Jonah Lomu and Tanya Rutter will renew their vows at a church in Tanya's hometown in South Africa. It's the wedding Jonah and Tanya promised their families after their secret wedding in Auckland earlier this year. That's a Holmes 1-hour special Monday night. That was Holmes This Week.